Right. So good morning. We'll go ahead and get started. So begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position serviceable for meditation. So we think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap right over left with the palms upturned and thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. And try to maintain an awareness of not slouching, not leaning, but we also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body, relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position, just allowing the body to fall into place. Then we begin to let go of attending to the environment, moving the mind, moving the awareness inward, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are without investigation. Beginning to concentrate that awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation of the air as it moves into and back out of the tip of the nostrils, giving ourselves the instruction to notice quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind, and without judgment or frustration to lift our awareness up from those distractions and place it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And then when the mind feels more calm, we generate a broad, altruistic motivation for our time, taking a moment to intentionally widen our circle of concern, to try to embrace countless sentient beings within the field of our practice, recognizing that just like oneself, every sentient being deeply wishes to be happy, deeply wishes to be free of even the slightest negativity. And yet, just like oneself, obstacles and difficulties occur for all sentient beings without choice. Painful inner and outer conditions falling like rain. So we open ourselves up to this existential condition of all sentient beings. Allowing the wish to be of benefit to arise in the mind. These kind mother sentient beings from whom we have received and are receiving every form of benefit. I think in order to repay that kindness, we must work for the benefit of sentient beings. And to do that depends upon the nature, the content of our own mind. So the purpose of our time is to develop new habits, new familiarities, new ways of thinking and acting, to become deeply familiar with constructive, beneficial states of mind, to reduce and ultimately eliminate the influence of destructive states of mind, those that agitate and disturb the mind, those that often give rise to actions that cause harm. So I think this purpose of inner transformation is why we are engaging in this practice. And with that motivation, we begin to contemplate the second of the four immeasurable thoughts, immeasurable loving kindness. So the prayer, how wonderful it would be if all sentient beings had happiness and its causes. May they have happiness and its causes. I myself will cause them to have happiness and its causes. Please, Guru Buddha, bless me to be able to do so. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings had happiness and its causes. May they have happiness and its causes. I myself will cause them to have happiness and its causes. Please, Guru Buddha, bless me to be able to do so. So when we contemplate this verse, we focus on giving. The previous verse, we focused on giving, taking the suffering that flows from the self-cherishing mind and giving it to our own self-cherishing mind. And now with the verse on loving kindness, we focus on giving, offering. So we think that we give away our own body, which we imagine as a wish-fulfilling jewel for sentient beings to do with as they like, as they need. Our merits, our possessions, our good qualities. We offer these to every single sentient being in all six realms. And when we think of happiness, we think not just of temporary happiness, sensorial happiness, but we think of ultimate happiness, the bliss, the liberation and enlightenment. So focus here in a detailed way on that process of offering. And when we request blessing, the meaning of that blessing is for our mind and the minds of all sentient beings to be generated into that practice, for that realization to dawn in our mind and in the minds of every sentient being. So think strongly that you yourself and all sentient beings have received that realization, and rejoice. And then the next verse is immeasurable compassion. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were free from suffering and its causes. May they be free from suffering and its causes. I myself will cause them to be free from suffering and its causes. Please, Guru Buddha, bless me to be able to do so. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were free from suffering and its causes. May they be free from suffering and its causes. I myself will cause them to be free from suffering and its causes. Please, Guru Buddha, bless me to be able to do so. So with this verse, we again focus on taking, taking on the suffering of all six realms. So I begin by thinking about the human realm, all the various sufferings of war, conflict, crushing poverty, political oppression, discrimination, all of the fears, the worries, the anxieties, taking on this whole mass of suffering. Thinking then of the suffering of the hungry ghost realm, these beings who have lives marked by hunger and thirst that is never satiated. Thinking of the suffering in the animal realm, the fear of predation, slaughter, being subject to the elements without choice, experiencing hot and cold, hunger, isolation, constant threat. Thinking of the worst sufferings and samsara, those in the hell realms, the hot hells, the cold hells, and crushing and burning, freezing, bodies that regenerate again and again. recognizing even the suffering of the upper realms, those of the god and demigod realm, although it's lighter suffering than even the human realm, still their lives are marked by suffering. There's said to be a sense of jealousy and fighting that arises in the demigod realm, being able to see the god realm and not actually experience it. And then the great sorrow that arises in the minds of the gods when they are coming to the end of their lives, knowing that they must fall back down. And they've exhausted so much positive karma, no choice but to fall back down into greater suffering. Recognizing that delusion and karma underlie all six realm suffering. So wanting to relieve sentient beings not only of the attendant sufferings of the six realms, but their cause, delusion and karma. And then feel strongly that you yourself, as well as all sentient beings, receive the realization of great compassion, compassion that embraces all sentient beings without exception, and rejoice, having generated the mind into compassion. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. And we'll dedicate to recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you've actualized that meditation, uh, that aspiration, and think that by having done so, you've generated positive energy in the mind, and that positive energy you freely offer for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking strongly may that positive energy serve, when it ripens as a cause and condition, to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in a state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment, so that I might work perfectly for the benefit of sentient beings. May any obstacles facing the Guru's own life be completely dispelled, and may I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.